This video, you guys, I'm going to tell y'all a story, okay? And I feel like if I'm going to tell this story, I have to start from the very beginning, okay? So get comfortable. May 1st of 2024, I was in a car accident, okay? Totaled my car, broke my leg, had surgery, was non-weight bearing for 3 months, I think 3.5 months, something like that. Had to relearn how to walk, physical therapy, traumatic, all the things, right? That's not what this video is about. The video is about, oh Lord, I think I'm shaking my camera. This video, I'm going to tell y'all about the journey of me not having a car and God blessing me with one last week. Okay, so here we go again. I'm nervous. I feel like I haven't recorded so long. I also don't want to hold this mic, but I don't like the way it be sounding when I put it on. Hold on. So like I told y'all, right after the accident, I was non-weight bearing. Girl wasn't driving. Like, first of all, I had a slight case of PTSD or something. Like, I wasn't driving, wasn't a thing. So just to fast forward a bit, now I'm walking and I'm working again, started last November, and I'm Ubering to work every day. Ubering to work every day, Ubering back home. And on the weekends, I'm going to grocery store runs or just anything. If I'm going to hang out with a friend like that, I'm always having to ask for rides. Like, they're always going to get me. And I didn't feel shameful about that. You know, I thank God that He blessed me with people who were willing, who were able to come get me and take me places. I thank Him for blessing my bank account to where I was able to Uber to work and Uber home every day, all the things. Yeah, so that's not. I'm going through the backstory part fast because I want to elaborate more on the day that I bought the car. Okay, that's what this whole thing is about. So, me and my coworker got really, really close. But that's the girl who y'all be seeing in my shorts or whatever, Candy. We got really, really close, and she starts taking me home every day after work. I moved, got a new apartment throughout this time. I moved 10 minutes away from my job, which is a blessing. So she's taking me home every day, and throughout this time, her and I get super, super close. So it's now like I do everything with her. So it's like if I need groceries, her and I are going to the grocery store together. It is not like a forced thing. I'm not asking. Like, it's just very natural, very, very blessed, very God. You know, the way God does things. And I'm grateful for that. And I want to say maybe we're in July right now. So I want to say maybe March, April, or something like that. I talked to y'all about this a little bit in another video. But I started to look for a car. And my plan was to buy a cash car. Oh, I'm leaving out details. Lord, help me. I need you to help me. I'm leaving out details. So when I totaled my Jeep, that's my old car. When I totaled my car, I did not have insurance on it because your girl couldn't afford it no more. So I had stopped my insurance on my car. Lord, if I don't stop taking this second tape. I had stopped my insurance. I do not recommend. Listen, okay? Can we pause? I don't recommend it. I understand. Listen, I just don't recommend it. But God is able. So do what you're gonna do because He provided for me, okay? So with me wrecking my car with no insurance, I was paying on my Jeep. So the remainder of that balance, I think it was like $16,000, I want to say, or $14,000. The remainder of that balance was on me. I don't know about y'all, but not yet. One day, not yet, not today. I don't have $14,000, $16,000 just laying around willy nilly for me to give to a car company. Okay, so I also wasn't paying on a Jeep no more because I'm like, I'm not about to be paying on a car that I don't have anymore. Listen, if you are a car guru or an accountant, listen, don't come for me, okay? This is not what this is about, okay? I will learn and I will learn from my mistakes and do all the things, but I'm just telling you what the tea was, okay? I was not paying on that car because I didn't have it no more. I'm not gonna be paying on a total car. Like, what y'all gonna do? Y'all can't threaten me to come take it. Go find it if you bad. Go, you can do what you want with it. Anyway, so credit score plummeted. Okay, real transparent moment with y'all. Credit score plummeted, and just to be honest, I had no idea how I was gonna pay that. Like, it was just like it's gonna have to wait. Like, I have more stuff on my plate. I'm just now starting back working. I'm traumatized. Like, I'm in therapy now. Like, I'm trying to get my life back together, and I ain't got time to worry about how I'm gonna pay for this car that I don't even have no more. Right. So my plan. So with that, with me knowing I had this car on my credit, I'm like, I'm just gonna get a cash car. I'm gonna get a cash car. I'm just gonna get somebody a couple $1,000 and I'll do that for whatever. But for some reason, that just didn't fully feel right to me. Like I said, I'm still around like April, March, May. I don't know. This is like beginning of 2025. Um, hold on, y'all, because I'm like my thoughts are moving faster than my mouth can move. This is me. This is my struggling life. Okay, so I'm looking for a cash card, and it just didn't feel right for whatever reason. And one day, I can't remember the exact details about this day or whatever, but I remember like it just hit me. I'm like, why am I stressing so much trying to find a car? Like when I tell y'all, God has like He was blessing me to where it's like it didn't even feel like I didn't have a car. Like I had people in my life that was coming to get me, willing to take me places. I never missed nothing. I was getting to and from work just fine. My friend had started taking me home after work, so I was only Ubering to work. Like, and I live in a walkable area. Like, if I needed to get places close, like I could just walk. And that, oh God, it's so good. When I moved to this area, I moved to the area because it was a walkable area. Like, that's a whole different story for a different day. But like, I live in an area where it's like things aren't far from me. Like, I can get up and go walk. If I need something that urgently. And so I'm just like, I felt like I was putting pressure on myself to get a car only because it's like I'm supposed to have a car. Like, I'm a grown woman, and why don't I have a car? But like sitting with that just wasn't a good enough reason for me to get one. So I was like, okay, God, like I don't need to worry about buying a car right now. Like you're literally providing for me. I don't feel the effects of not having a car. It's not like I live far away from things, whatever the case may be. So I stopped. The car search was over. I wasn't worried about it anymore. I'm like, God, I trust you. When it's time to get a car, I believe that you're gonna bless me with a car, and that was that. Went on about my life. That like maybe about a month later, I randomly checked the promotions tab in my email. I'm with Gmail. I don't know if all email companies have this. I'm sure they do. I don't know. Are there even other email? Y'all still be using Yahoo? I don't know. So I randomly checked my promotions tab, and I had an email from my previous car person, lender, credit person. What do we call those people who you like finance your car with? Financer? I had an email from my previous car financer. We'll go with that. And they were like, yada, 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 something like, we'll settle this without, oh, I hear it ringing. Jesus, Lord, you hear? Okay. Skip all the words or whatever. They were like, you don't have to pay this full $14,000 balance. We'll settle this with you for this much lesser amount. And basically, for y'all who don't know, because I had never heard of like settling until like maybe a year ago, year and a half ago. I had never heard of that, and I was grown by then. So if you're watching this and you don't know what that means, it means like basically what I'm saying. You don't have to pay the full. They like write it off as like a bad debt. Like it's not the best thing, but hey. And instead of you paying like the full balance that you owe them, they agree like if you pay this amount, then we'll just call it whatever. Like we ain't coming, we ain't chasing you no more. So fun fact, like you can also do that with like credit cards and like all things. If you owe someone a debt and it's been a long time or whatever the case may be, call them and they may agree to settle it with you. So just pin that if you don't know. So yeah, they were like, we'll settle this for you for way cheaper. I'm not gonna say cheaper, a way more affordable price than $14,000. So I was like, let me get on that. I called them, I settled it, and I was so happy. I couldn't believe it because y'all, let me tell y'all, I did not know how I was going to pay that money. Like that was such a relief off of me because like to get that off of my credit, I had no idea how I was going to pay the people the $14,000. So when I saw that email, like I remember the feeling like God is so so good. Like I had no idea how I was going to pay that. Okay, please hear me clearly. But God made a way. Settled that with them, and then I was so ready for it to be off my credit report. Probably like a week later, I disputed the charge off my credit report. So I'm like, I paid that dispute, and it fell off quicker. So now there's nothing in my name saying I owe a car company money, right? Right. Now go back to my friend Candy. My girl gets blessed with a job opportunity. She's moving to a different state. All of the feelings there, all the emotions there, but also at the dust settles, it's like, okay, I do everything with Candy transportation wise. So I'm just like, well, mostly everything. This is nothing against the people who has helped me. Okay, I'm talking about day to day, everyday life. More people than Candy has literally helped me. Oh my gosh, I'm still moving the camera. More people than Candy has helped me. But anyway, so I'm like, how am I gonna like? What's the plan? So then July 1st. Now we're all the way to July, which is the month we're in now. July 1st, I'm like, okay, God. I know I had needed a car, but Candy's leaving at the end of the month. I don't want to go back to asking people for rides and having to figure out this and whatever. I'm like, God, I need a car before Candy leaves. She was leaving July 29th, I want to say. That's tomorrow, whatever tomorrow. Oh, anyway. She was leaving July 29th, I believe. And I was like, by July 29th, God, I need you to bless me with a car. Like, because I'm not going back to that. And I stood on that. I was so serious. Like, and I was able to be so serious what I was saying because I knew he could do it. And it's like, had, girl, oh my gosh. Okay, this is where my chest gonna start racing because, like, y'all, God is something else. I was able to talk like that and stand on that because I knew he could do it. One thing about it, y'all, God can do it, okay? He can do it. God is so able. There is nothing he can't do. I don't care how big it is. I don't care, like, literally the hugest of thing. Whether he does it or not, that's a different story. But can he do it? Is he able? Is he capable of doing it? The answer is always yes, okay? It's never no. It's never not a yes, guys. So we thank you for being able, whether you do it or not, God, we thank you. So yes, I'm like, I need a car. That's the team. And maybe like the second or third week into July, I was just like, I never had like put nothing on it for real. I was like, okay, I'm gonna research car insurances or whatever. That was a mess. Okay, but that's a different story. But I was like, I was just believing he was gonna do it. I'm like, I don't know how. I didn't want to limit him. I kept saying, I was like, God, I don't want to limit you. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but I know you're gonna do it. So 2 weeks ago, I don't remember the exact moment that it clicked in my brain, but I was like, I'm gonna go to a car dealership. And I'll even input the screenshots out. It was so crazy. I'm like, I'm gonna go to a car dealership. And I was just like, I can't just keep believing that God is gonna do it without acting on it. You know, faith without works is what? Okay. I have to stand on this faith. I have to walk by faith. Literally, I gotta pick my feet up and walk into a car dealership. Okay, I can't just keep laying around like yes, God gonna do it. And please let that be your T. You can't just keep sitting around like yes, God gonna do it because He can do it. But girl, okay. So I text my friend. I'm like, there's this car dealership that I feel drawn to for some reason. Like, let's go there. Blah blah blah. And then I chose the date. The date I chose was last Wednesday. I forgot the date. I think maybe the 23rd. And I was like, we're going this day. We're going to a car dealership. We're going to buy a car or whatever. So that day, and keep it, I'm still thinking, at this point, I'm still thinking about a cash car. I was not ready to give myself a car note again. Like I had just paid off that balance. I was not ready, transparently speaking, to be paying a car note every month again. I knew I'm going to be paying for insurance. Girl, I ain't doing no insurance again because by the grace of God, He got me out of that bill. But we ain't doing that no more. But I'm like, I don't have to pay insurance again. I don't want to put myself back into a car note situation like I've been enjoying. I paying a car note every month, girl. So I'm not going to go to a cash car. It's this dealership I feel pulled to for whatever reason. Again, my mind is like, there's no real. My only expectation is to buy a car. It's to leave with the vehicle. I'm not even gonna say buy. I'm like I knew I was gonna get a car. I'm gonna say buy a car because I was saying buy a car. My only expectation was to buy a car. Like I didn't know how. I didn't know like what it was gonna be like, but I'm like, I'm getting a car that day. And I was like, I feel pulled to this dealership for whatever reason, so we're gonna go there. At that morning, July 23rd, I wake up that whole day. I'm so excited because I'm like, I'm gonna buy a car today.
I'm gonna buy a car today.
Like, I'm gonna buy a car. Do I have a lot of money to buy a car? No, like not even a little bit. But I'm like, I don't know. I made it up in my mind that I'm buying a car today. So the guy was, and I said, I'm like, God, mm, Jesus. I even said to a friend, I'm like, God knows what I have. Like, this is a damn about a car. I'm like, I don't want to limit God because of what it looks like naturally. God knows what I have, and He can do a lot with what I have. Look what He did with 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. Okay, and you think He can't take my little couple of hundreds of my little money and give me a car with it, girl? Bye. Okay. So I after so oh girl, the enemy is something else. So toward the end of the day at work was over. It was like time to be leaving work and go to the car dealership. I got so irritated, y'all, about something so small, about something work related that normally would not have affected me the way that it did. But fun fact about me, when I get annoyed, y'all, I can't get unannoyed. Like I can't pretend it, I can't fake it. I'm just like, don't talk, like it ain't nothing to talk about, and that's my business. Don't try to come for me. That is my story. That's my tea, and I'm just keeping it real with y'all. But I got so annoyed about something that normally would not have affected me like that. But I was just like, ugh. And I was sitting in the car. Me and my friend, we headed to the dealership. But I'm sitting in the car and I'm silent. And I'm just like, I'm in my head like, God, I know this is the enemy. I know what it is, but I'm like, God, I need your help. I cannot shake this feeling. Like, because I was about to not do it. I was about to tell my friend, like, let's not do it today, friend. Like, I'm not feeling it. I don't want to go up in there trying to talk to car salesman, feeling the way I'm feeling internally. Like, I want to be locked in with what God is doing right now. And my energy, my spirit just not right. But I knew that was the enemy. This whole day, y'all. Keeping my I chose that day was chosen. I'm like, I'm buying a car this day. So then once I get irritated, I still change my mind. I'm like, oh man, this is hard for me, God, to even try to get myself out of this. But God, I need you to because this is the enemy, and I can recognize that. So anyway, I just want to include that because that is part of the story. I did ended up getting better, obviously. God is good. But I'm at the car dealership now. It's a used car dealership. And I was looking on their website all throughout the day, looking at vehicles that piqued my interest and stuff like that. And there was like maybe two, maybe I don't know, ugh, plot just what is called when you reveal something before the end? Plot twist? No. Um, Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, girl. I did not get a car from here. Okay. I did not end up getting a cash car. I'm pretty sure y'all probably could gather that by the way the story was going. But yes, so the used cars just wasn't sitting right with me. Like the mileage was crazy, nothing was working. And this is not nothing against used cars, because girl, when I tell you I was all in it for a used car, like that's this whole time, even before I stopped trying to get a car, even like months ago, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get a used car. My mind was, I am not too good for a used car. Like I was like, girl, that's what I'm gonna get and stuff like that, because I didn't want a car now. Like I didn't want that for myself, but that just wasn't God's plan. Okay, maybe that's his plan for you for whatever reason right now, and that's okay. But it just didn't work out for me. Um, but yeah, so I was, and it was kind of weird. I'm like, I felt pulled to this car dealership for what? And so then when I realized I wasn't gonna get a car from there because I didn't really like them, it just wasn't good. The mileage was crazy. It just wouldn't make sense financially, like for what I was getting, for what I was putting. None of it made sense. So me and my friend was like, "There's a CarMax across the street." That's where it gets juicy, y'all. There was a CarMax across the street, and we were like, let's just go over there. Girl, I ain't never bought a car from CarMax before, so don't laugh at me what I'm gonna say. We was like, let's go over there and see, like, what they got cash cars, like, how much their cash cars are. So we get over there to the CarMax, and I walk in the man. I'm like, look, I'm looking for a car 10K or less, okay? And he's like, baby girl, you're not gonna find that here. He said the lowest you're gonna have is 1,300. Like, and I was just like, oh, they ain't even got cash cars. I'm like, okay, let's just go look. Like, let's just go look just for the heck of it. I get to looking at the car, and keep in mind, still in my mind, I'm just like, I'm buying a car today. Like, obviously, doubt kind of, like my face on. I'm like, God, I don't know. Like, I thought I was gonna be getting one from this first used car dealership, but it's okay. I feel you. I'm just like, I don't know. So we like, let's go there just to look. Let's go to the back of the cars just to look. So we go back there. We walking around, and I'm just seeing cars I like, girl. And as I'm walking through that, I'm just like keeping an open my eyes. I'm like, God, like, do you want me to finance a car? Like, is that what we're doing right now? Like, cause I don't want to mess up what you're doing. Is that what we're doing? So as I'm praying and I'm walking through, I asked God specifically as I'm about to go talk, because girl, I ain't got time for games. Like the mindset that I was in, this was a faith thing. This was not a natural thing that I was doing to go look at cars and buy a car that day. This was pure faith. And I'm talking about the type of faith that God, if it's not you, if you don't be in this, it will not happen. That's where I was at. If you don't be in this, it will not happen. It can't happen. I cannot do this. You see what I'm saying? So this was pure faith. So as I'm praying and I'm looking at cars outside, I knew I was gonna go inside and talk to a car salesman. I'm like, God, you're gonna have to connect me with someone who have a relationship with you, because someone just that don't have a relationship with you, they won't get it. Like they won't get it. They won't be here. I need somebody that my spirit can connect with. Like I need this to be you. I need clear signs that is you, because I'm not gonna sign my name on no paper with no card note if it's not you. And that's just the team. You got to keep it 100 with God, okay? Because He already know, but keep it 1,000 with Him, most definitely. So I was like, that's what it is. So I'm walking through that. I'm praying, my God, as I walk in here, I need you to connect me with someone who have a relationship with you. Like, oh Lord, I forgot about my polar mic. Oh Lord, I hope I ain't been all scratchy. So I walk inside, and I walked towards the front desk or whatever. Well, I walked to the side desk. I'm skipping little details that don't really matter that much. Okay, God, I hear you. I'm just gonna share this detail because I was finna gloss over and my spirit guided me to share it. There was a man, so the front desk had like 4 or 5 people up there at the front, right? And there was this man standing over to the corner kind of by himself. I went to the man that was by himself because I was a little embarrassed. I'm like, Lord, I know I'm walking by faith. Like, keep it 100. I'm like, I know I'm walking by faith, but I'm just like, I don't want to go up in there and tell these people my story. And like, you something like, I don't want to go and just do it. I'd rather talk to this man. I'll tell somebody, but I don't want, what. So I walked over to the man and he was like, well, baby, you can go up there to the front because I'm busy right now. I can't help you, yada, yada. So I'm like, cool. Cool. And I'm like, I knew it. I'm believing God that whoever I ended up with was going to be of God, like was going to, be the person that God had me to be with. So as I'm walking up there, I see a group of people, and they was like, "How can I help you?" And I'm like, "Hey, I'm just looking for someone to have questions about a vehicle outside." And I see this woman, like as I'm speaking, she kind of like touches the back of the car salesman I was speaking with, and she like nudged him forward, like let him like this is gonna be you. And so I see that because I see everything. So I see that, and I was just in my head like, "Okay, God, you that yeah, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I see how you making sure I see that." Okay. So I'm like, okay. The dude, he's a young dude too. He's like probably was like a bit younger than me actually. So we, him, Candy go to the booth, and then he asked us something, and I was just like, child, let me tell you, because at this point, I got the person, so I'm like, this got to be the person that God wanted me to be with, because this is the person I got. Like everything I'm telling you, I'm declaring by faith. Like I'm believing it. Whatever's in front of me, I'm believing God in it. So this is the person I'm with. So I'm just like, okay, this is the person God has for me. And I'm just like, let me just cut to the chase. I told him, I'm like, let me just tell you my team. And so I get to telling him the stuff or whatever. And then I don't know if it was when I started this or right after this, I was like, okay, Jesus, like this is all on you at this point. Like I did me. And then the dude, he was like, oh girl, you came to the right place. And then he started talking about Jesus. And I was just like, oh my God, this is such an amazing story because I had just prayed that prayer. Like I needed to know it. How many car salesmen finna just sit and talk about Jesus with you? Like he started talking about Jesus. He was like, girl, you came to the right person. I was just like, oh God, we started talking about Jesus. I started telling him and I just praying like, it was so good. I love when we talk about Jesus, y'all. It was so good. Like God was so in the midst. He had his hand on it. He was like, baby, relax. He was like my child. My God, I love him so much. He is so good. So at that point, I kind of rose out of bed. I was like, okay, God, like I see you, I feel you, I love you, and I thank you. And we get to talking about all the things. If y'all know the process about the car, like I'm not gonna get all to the details or whatever. But I got pre-approved for some cars. We go back outside, and it was 3 cars that I wanted to look at. And the first car I walked into, which is actually the car that I drove off the lot with that night. Spoiler alert. Um, when we got in the car, we was looking around. I really, really liked it. I really, really liked it. And I turned the radio on by mistake. Like I was not trying to turn the radio on. I touched something by mistake. But when I turned the radio on, it was playing a gospel song that I knew. And I thought I was tripping. I was like, wait a minute, I know to turn it up. And it was literally playing this random gospel song that I like. And I was just like, and it was like a FM station. And apparently FM stations don't never work. That's what they were saying in the back seat. I don't know nothing about that because I always use aux and Bluetooth, girl. But I was just that really settled me even more. I was like, God, like you're here, you're in this with me. Like I love that so much. Like y'all, please recognize when the Lord is moving. Please recognize, please recognize, please recognize. Pay attention to what is happening in your life. Pay attention to when God is showing you his presence. Okay. Pay attention when God is like, okay, like I'm in this. Whatever way he communicates to you, you're gonna have that peace. And I had that peace, God. It was so amazing. I went to look at other cars and they just wasn't right, girl. That ain't even important. Like they just didn't. It was I liked them, but it was just something about them thing. It was just something about that first car, my car. And girl, we went through the things, and to cut the long story short, I got that vehicle, y'all, and it's still so surreal to me, honestly. Like it's still so surreal to me. And like I said, I was still sticking out because I'm like, God, I see you've been giving me signs. I see you've been doing this. I see you've been showing up, but are you sure? Because this is a whole monthly car note we're talking about. Okay, this is a I ain't gonna tell you how much my car note is, but I'm like, this is a whole monthly car note we talking about. Are you sure? Because I've been chilling. I've been chilling on that car note stuff, okay? And it's not just my car note, because that insurance too. I'm like, God, you sure? He was sure. he was, oh, he was sure, y'all. And I don't want to keep getting into the tea of my story. Like, basically, that's all. That's what it is. It's the details, but it's not really important. I just want y'all to know, y'all, please, faith is so for real. Faith is for real, okay? FIF. Faith is for real, you guys. Like, don't if you're believing God for a vehicle, or even if you're not believing for a vehicle, if you believe in God for something else, please let me be the person to tell you. I don't care what it looks like naturally, okay? Oh, God is so good. Because look at how he made sure that that car payment was off my payment before. Like the way that he's omnipresent and he goes before us and he sees everything. He knew my friend was going to get the job. He knew, oh, God is so good, y'all. Please just know God is so good and he's omnipresent and he sees everything. He knows everything and he's manipulating things and working it out for your good, girl. He's working on your behalf. But when it's time to walk by faith, when it's time to walk by, baby, don't let nothing stop you, okay? Believe God and keep an open mind. My biggest thing that I kept saying throughout that whole time, God, I don't want to limit you. 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 Like whatever you're doing, because I'm like, God, you can do all things. Like you parted the Red Sea before. Like you there. My mind is like that though. Like there's nothing under the sun that God can do, and I know that. Like He is so more than able, beyond beyond anything I can ever comprehend or imagine. So I know that for sure. So I'm like, God, I don't want to limit you. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna walk down the street and somebody gonna be like, God told me to give you this car, and got like, if that's T, that's it, you know, and that may be your T. Your T may not be my T, but regardless of it, y'all, please don't limit God. Don't limit God, and don't just sit and believe Him for things. Okay, like decree it, walk by it, believe it, because girl, when your faith. When you put your faith on the belief of what God is what's the word, God? It's like no limit to what can happen, honestly. Y'all, I love my car so much. It's still kind of surreal. Like God is so good. He's already given me a plan and a vision of how I'm gonna take care of my monthly payment. But it's just like He's with me and I trust Him. You know, I've been having so much peace. Everybody want to know, like, how are you driving? How are you driving? Because I told you I had a slight form of PTSD. Like I would get anxious. I've driven before my car. I've driven like other people's cars, and I had been behind a wheel since my accident. But it was always anxiety. Like it was always anxiety, y'all. When I tell y'all, everybody want to know what Kanye said. Everybody know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we never know. Everybody want to know, how's my driving? Like, how's my anxiety been? I have not had a single lick of anxiety, y'all. God is all up in that car, okay? He's all up in that process. He was all up in that car, and I have had no anxiety, okay? Like, and I thank Him for that so much. That was a long story. I hope this video is not. I don't even like my videos real long, but y'all, God is able and He'll do it. And if you're believing God for something, girl, I'm believing Him with you, but you have to get up, okay? Get up and walk by it. Like we gotta get up and we gotta walk by faith. And sometimes it's gonna be hard. When I was walking in them car dealerships, especially at Carmen's, girl, you think that wasn't hard for me? It was hard, but girl, what's a goon to a goblin? Like, I don't know. Like, what is hard to God? You know, like nothing. So that's my story. That's my tea, girl. I know I ain't made videos in a long time. Who am I to just get on here and just come running my mouth to y'all like we know each other? I'm sorry, y'all. I know I ain't made videos in a minute, but I am getting back on the things. Like God is blessing my home. My home, ugh, that's neither here nor there. I just want to leave it with there, y'all. So do the things, y'all. God is good. He's able, and I'm believing Him with you, girl. Get up, go, walk by it, go, do what you got to do. Okay. Ask God, what do walk by faith look? If you need to start there, ask Him, God, I want to walk by faith, but what does that look like? I don't know what it's like to walk by faith. I've walked by faith before. You see what I'm saying? Like I told y'all about my move to Charlotte, but it's like if you've never had to stand on faith and just do a thing off the strength of knowing who God is, that's okay. Bring that to Him. Okay, y'all, my handy dandy microphone died at the end of my video, but glory to God that it waited till the very end, because girl, that would have been sickening, okay? But basically all I was saying at the end of the video was, you know, if you've never had to walk by faith before, you don't know what that looked like, bring that to God as well. You know, it's okay if you have to be like, hold on, y'all, this is a little ghetto, like, but it's okay. It's okay if you have to just be like, God, I see what it was like for her to walk by faith. I see what that looked like for her situation, but I have no idea what it's like to walk by faith for me. Like, this is my first time. I want to do it, but I have no idea how. ask him to show him what that looked like for you practically, for your specific situation. Like, God, what did it look like for me to walk by faith with this? Like, I know you can. Maybe believing is not an issue for you. I know you can, but I don't know what to do. I don't know what my steps are. Bring that to him, girl. He will answer you, okay? He is faithful and he is just, and he will meet you where you are, because that's just the type of God we serve, okay? That's just our Father. He loves us and he wants the best for us, and we're his baby girls. So do that, okay? That was really it. That's what all I'll say at the end of the video. But I also was just like, subscribe if you new here and you like my vibe. If this video blessed you at all, subscribe. Plenty like this to come. I love just sharing honest moments about things I've had with Jesus and stuff like that. Or even if you just like my vibe, if you're just like, okay, this girl, I love her authenticity, because I pride myself on being authentic, y'all, because why not, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I don't know. Just stick around. There's other videos to come. I have shorts, and yeah, pretty much what you see is what you get. Like, I just like to share my journey with Jesus. Journey with Jesus. That is so cute. My blog, if my brand wasn't uniquely everything, it'll probably be Journey with Jesus. It probably won't. It'll probably be like a subtitle, what is it called? A tagline or something. But anywho, ciao for now. Oh, y'all know how in all my videos saying toodles noodles, right? Like, I don't just say that in my videos. I say toodles noodles in my everyday life. But unfortunately, lately I've been saying ciao for now. I don't want to say that. No, toodles noodles, I am loyal. I am loyal to toodles noodles, okay? Ciao for now. I'm just playing. Okay, toodles noodles, y'all. Till next time. Mwah.